So we have the amazing Ellen Wong here at the Cambodia Town Film Festival.
I'm not sure where to live.
You could just
Hi.
Thank you so much for being here. It's such a great honor to officially meet you and your presence here. How are you feeling?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I'm very, very excited to be here. It's also my first time out in Long Beach, and
oh my gosh, welcome.
Thank you.
And I have to admit, your outfit totally looks Cambodian.
It's actually from Cambodia. I got it in a little market in Phnom Penh, actually, the last time I was there. So I thought, hey, this is a great,
it's a perfect outfit.
This is the best event to wear it to.
It just fits right in. And tell us a little bit about your trip to Cambodia. How was that experience?
It was great. I mean, the very last time I went, oh, now you're really bringing me back.
Gotta take you back sometimes, right?
Yeah. The last time that I went was about 2 years ago, actually. And
so you've been there
a year and a half.
Times?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been there a couple of times now. But the last time was the first time my father went back since he left.
Oh, wow, you just gave me the chills.
It was, it has always been like a goal of mine to eventually bring both of my parents back.
Right.
And that journey a couple years ago, I could only really afford to bring my dad, so the two of us went, and he met up with family. It was like a crazy experience because I got to basically see the little boy and my dad in a way, because he would take me to all the places that he used to play, and he showed me where he used to live, and it was the best way to see the country. And since then, like, we've been planning on, bringing my mom, so we're hoping within the next year or two we can go back as a family. But I just know that she would be very, very happy to be able to go back, because she still has family there too that she hasn't seen in many years. So yeah,
because your parents are also immigrants from the Khmer Rouge regime, right?
Yeah, they were refugees in Thailand, and then went to Canada from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So growing up, were you born here in Canada?
Yeah, I was born in Toronto, so I
Okay.
was first generation. And
Me too.
Yay! So yeah, and now I live in LA or wherever work takes me. So I feel very lucky to be able to have the opportunities that we have out here.
So growing up, were you taught Cambodian culture? Did you keep up with the Khmer language?
Well, it's funny because when my dad went back to Cambodia and we were there together, he was able to speak Khmer. Like, it just kind of came out, and he was able to communicate. Because he knew that he lived in that all his whole life until he had to leave, and so it was like he was even shocked by how it just kind of came back to him.
Wow.
In Toronto, he doesn't usually. He almost never has to use it. My parents are also Chinese Cambodian, and so we speak a dialect of Chinese that is used very.
Are you fluent in Chinese?
Yeah, I am. In
Wow.
Chinese, yeah, so
How about Khmer?
Not in Khmer. I can say stay, and that's it. But yeah, I grew up speaking Chojanese, which is the dialect of Chinese that is used in Southeast Asia, so like in Cambodia and in Thailand. And so that's what I learned growing up. Yeah, that was my first language, actually.
Wow. It's such an honor for you to be here, because for you to be Canadian but Cambodian descent, and like really be out there in feature films, because you were featured in Scott Pilgrim, right?
Yeah.
Knives? That's priceless.
You'll pay for what you did to him.
Listen, Kung Pao chicken. Your old boyfriend brought this all on himself. He was warned plenty of times, but did he listen? No.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to her!
What?
You broke the heart that broke mine. Get ready to tear down!
You're kidding, right?
dream come true for me because it was the first thing that I really got to work on. As an actress, I mean, at that point, it was my first time really pursuing acting full time. And it's funny because this goes back to Cambodia also.
Wow.
A big reason why I ended up deciding to become an actress is because after I finished university, I wanted to, I did a big backpacking trip through Southeast Asia, and I went to like Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam. Those were sort of like those were the 3 places that I went to at that time, and it was that trip, and I went on my own with friends, so my parents didn't come with me for that journey. It was after leaving Cambodia, and then I was on a train going up towards Chiang Mai in Thailand, and I was lying there. It was like an overnight train, and I remember having this thought, and I think about it often when I try to remind myself why I'm doing what I'm doing, but it's, I just had this thought of like, we have opportunity here, and whether we succeed or fail, we're going to be okay. We can still have food on the table, a roof over our heads, and, a lot of the kids in countries like Cambodia, they don't have that. And so I was like, well, what am I going to lose out on if I really pursue acting? So that was after that trip, I went home and said to my parents, I'm going to be an actress, and you can't stop me.
I always picture myself dancing around the clouds alone. You're the first person I can feel dancing with me.
Your film, The Baddest Part, is going to be featured in our festival.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that film.
About 2 lovers who are on this sort of a criminal search for freedom, basically, and it's really a road movie. And I've always loved road movies, and same with Adam, he has too, and that's how we connected, and we started writing this film, and we wanted to see people from our generation, and especially an interracial couple that are really, truly in love. And what we see in the film is their journey through the desert, and they kind of embark on a violent crime that sort of unfolds in an unexpected way. And we see throughout the film, what brought them there, why they're doing what they're doing, and what they're going back to. And it's a short film, so we don't get to go into like their whole life stories or anything, but it's like a great start in terms of exploring that world. Yeah.
Could you utilize your writing skills, your acting skills, producing skills? Like, how was that journey itself in creating that film for you?
It was pretty crazy because I've never written and produced something that I've seen go to the very end, and now like actually screening somewhere. So Is
this your first screening for your first film?
Yeah.
How is that? And to know that it's Cambodia.
Exactly, and that's why when we were still editing the film, I was like, there has to be a Cambodian community out here because I know that there is one in California.
Right.
And so I didn't even know that this festival existed until I just Googled Cambodian community.
Really?
Los Angeles or California, and then that's when I found this festival, and it's your 2nd year, which is like awesome.
Right.
And so I was like, we have to submit to them. I don't care. Our film's not done. We're just submitting it, and we'll work through it. And so, like, we were both very excited to get into the festival. And
so he'll be here too, right?
Unfortunately, he won't be. He's really bummed about it. He's actually shooting another project in Toronto right now, but he will be coming back, but just not till for another month or so, I think. Yeah.
We know what we want.
But I haven't even looked at the menu.
Chicken fingers.
Is that seriously all you're gonna say to me?
With honey mustard.
Cool. So you do have experience in feature film, but also TV show. You were also part of Carrie Diaries on the CW show.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between doing TV versus film, and which one is your preference?
It's funny because I used to think that film was the only thing that I wanted to do because I just love the risk that you could take in that medium. But now these days you are seeing some amazing TV shows that just really, are on the same caliber as film, and it's just so, I don't think I have a preference as to only wanting to do TV or film. I'm open to a story that speaks to me.
Right.
And so wherever that is, on film or TV, I'm happy to do that. But I guess the difference is in film, you know exactly how it's going to end.
Yeah.
And but in TV, you don't know when the end is coming, and so you're really going one script at a time, one episode
Right.
at a time,
Right.
and you don't really find out what your character's doing until like a week before you shoot, and you're like, oh, okay, and then you go and you do it. So, I mean, there's that sort of element of surprise, and it keeps you on your toes a bit. So it's
Very
yeah.
cool. Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
It's such a great
having
honor
me.
to meet you. For all the aspiring other young actors or actress, what advice would you give them?
The best advice, I mean, there's so much. I mean, I could really talk for a long time with young artists. I really, it makes me really excited to see people really listen to themselves. So I guess the best advice is you know exactly what you want to be doing. And sometimes we allow what other people say around us or like the world tell us that it's not what we want to do. But if you really look inside yourself, take that moment and sit there and look in yourself, you know what you're supposed to be doing. And never let go of that. And just keep following it. And you'll never regret it. As long as you listen to yourself. Yeah. That's what I would say.
Beautiful. That really touched me too. Well, it was such a great pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
here.
Really, really,
Thank
really happy
you.
to be here. Thank you.